Welcome to our session Win ERP Projects in the IT Industry and Your Benefits as a Singhammer Partner. So let's start with having a short overview about what different type of business models we see at our typical customers. First, we see software developers, classical ISVs. Second, we see the professional service area. And third, we see managed service providers, so companies who also have hardware to ship or hardware services. All of them have different needs, and of course, sometimes business models are overlapping or customers might have different units. So please always consider that everything we're talking about here today might work for one customer, like we have it here in the different sections, but also could be a mix of different functionality in the same customer environment. So let's just talk about some examples and not the whole list. You can read it or read through it yourself very quickly. But just let me pick you one example in terms of what is it in terms of selling and charging in each different version. So for ISVs, it's of course all about the licenses. And we have different payment methods here. We can build up the classical one-time billing, but also if there are monthly or annual subscription billing requirements, but also very often you also will find usage-dependent billing. When we look to the IT professional services side, the type of service or product is of course different. And here we also see different types of versions of billing, like a fixed price billing or the classical time material, but also based on lump sums. And when we look to the managed service providers, well, then you very often have bundles, like when you trade hardware and software products, when you have own services, own managed services, but also need to integrate, for example, third-party recurring services. So, and yeah, you see here that we have built all the functionality around the typical different business models. And that's when you consider a partnership with Singhammer, is what you should ask yourself. Do I have customers in this field, or do I want to address customers in this field? And a third variance or third option would also be that if one or two elements of the functionality are of interest in a different context, in a different industry you already are serving, then also this might be a business model to team up, not just for, or not to, let's say, go for the whole vertical solution, to just focus and pick up some specific functionality. Singhammer, the right solution to grow your business. Why? Well, number one, the IT market is bright. It's a stable and it's a growing market worldwide. The people are well-educated counterparts that value your work, also sometimes might challenge you in some discussions. And in general, it's an easy to adopt vertical because your business consultants are part of the industry. So they understand how the processes work, and they will very quickly, or be able to adopt very quickly, the functionality and bring it to life at the customer. Singhammer is your guide to master the Mount Herb. This is for you, but also for your customers. And we transform experience into software, and this experience is grounded on more than 25 years of expertise in ERP for IT companies. So this is really why Singhammer was started, or has started the business in IT, or serving for IT companies. So it's really the DNA of Singhammer driving this. Of course, we also have a partner program that supports you on different levels, in sales, but also in delivery. And all apps are 100% available on app source. So this is on the one hand side the quality gate to being part of the Microsoft game, but also it means for your end customers and also for yourself, it's easy to access. And finally, the solution quality. Look, the Singhammer functionality is project proven because Singhammer is doing projects themselves. And so it's really, on the one hand side, the functionality that resonates with the end customers, but it's also built in a way that the setup is easy or well structured to do for your consultants. We also have a roadmap with a large backlog. Well, this comes out of the history and being in the field for so long that you can be assured that the solution continuously will be developed further and new functionality will come up with each new release. And in terms of releases, we have an agile product development. So aside the, let's say, large backlog, there is always space to prioritize developments. So also if there would something coming up which is relevant on the short term or it's new, then we would be easy capable to adopt it to the next version. So what's your path to the summit? So when you are interested in becoming a partner, we would go through a couple of phases. Number one, of course, the discovery phase. Singhammer is delivering content about C solution. We have videos on YouTube. We have also the option, or you have the option to try out the solution yourself when you go on App Source and download the app. And then, of course, when you have went or have gone through all the collateral, please feel free to request with us a discussion and demo where we go in specific on the details and questions that are left. From your end, we need engagement. We need the people, but we also need the executive team to dive into it if this solution is the right solution for your customers and for you as an organization. And the executive support is of course necessary to let this project fly and not be a one-time stop. Next is to create a little business plan. This is to give you internally the guidance and assurance that what you're planning to do is backed and makes sense. Is it more into you have a lot of existing customers where you want to implement the Singhammer solution and maybe use it for the migration from on-prem to the cloud? Is it more about that you want to address a new market segment and go for new clients, etc., etc.? And we will help you and guide you in this discussion that a plan makes good sense for you. Next is a contract. We have a standard partner contract. From your end, we need the legal information about your company, but also we need to know who is part of the team, because later in the onboarding, we will set up your team to the partner portal, but we also have newsletters and segmented by sales and pre-sales, marketing, and consulting, or consulting and development. So when we onboard you, you get access to the partner portal. You get also access to the full code version. On App Source, we have the runtime version, which is a little bit restricted. We have some kickoff meetings with all the teams, mainly in sales and marketing. And then we have partner meetings. At the moment, we have 3 remote meetings a year and 1 on-site meeting in the Singhammer office in Munich. And for you, it's all about building know-how in this time. It's about understanding the story for marketing, how to pitch it in sales and pre-sales. And you can use a lot of videos you can watch, you can use the collateral, and the onboarding meetings, where we, let's say, build the foundation that everyone feels comfortable to use the Singhammer solution in the outreach, in marketing, sales, and then later on also in the project. And of course, we also give sales support in to help to win the deals. We have a support concept for that. See that in the moment, in a moment, and we also go in a regular review and exchange for you to talk with you and discuss what situations are you in, how can we help, and how can we bring it over the line. And for you, the main responsibility here is, of course, to sell. There is a key principle that we want you to be the contact to the customer. So Singhammer is always in the second line and not visible to the customer. And we really want you to keep the contact and, let's say, doing everything that the customer or prospect is becoming a customer. Because in the end of the day, a partnership then runs much more easy. The more customers you have, the more experience and practical examples we will have to work on. So how do you get supported in detail? Well, we see mainly two phases in the life cycle here. We have a marketing, sales, pre-sales, or even account management phase, where it's about to sell the solution. And then the second phase is when the customer has decided for going with you and Singhammer solution, then it's about the delivery. We start with everything that is free of charge. So of course, sales training, marketing enablement, but also the calls to have an active pipeline management, the community meetings, and also end customer calls at request. All of that is delivered by Singhammer to support you to get the business up and running. All of that is for free. And in terms of the end customer calls, this is at request. So again, the principle is we enable you. You will be in first line to the customers. Singhammer is in second line. But sometimes end customers value it if the ISV of the solution is also part of the sales process and shows up at least 1 or 2 times to show commitment and to show presence. We're also very happy to have discussions about new feature requests. As said, the product development is agile, and if there are any hot topics or very good ideas, we can integrate them into our product roadmap. That is a very dynamic field here. And of course, when there are bugs, we're glad to help with bug fixes. Not that we love bug fixes, but we're capable to deliver them fast if necessary. So all the content here is either ready to go, like videos and documents on the partner portal, or driven by the partner management. And the second column here is partner enablement for a reduced rate. So all activities where a consultant is required, where we go more in the functional depths, like individual functional training, individual preparation of pre-sales demos and preparation of pre-sales concepts, or estimates of service volumes for certain scenarios. That's all areas where we help you, but we charge it with a reduced rate. And if we would if we, let's say, see enough interest in having, for example, open classroom trainings, then we're glad to organize such trainings as well and try to bring partners together to make the price as cheap as possible for everyone. Yeah, and number 3, we have the regular support rate whenever the project is in place, and any service that is necessary to get the project done here is charged for the regular rate. So the aim is definitely that you perform the work, but you can request us in certain situations. Yeah, if necessary, we will see if we can jump in and help you out here. Okay, look, the mountain is calling, Mount Erp, and we would like to guide you and your end customers to the Mount Erp. If you like to start the conversation, individual conversation with us, please reach out to us, and glad to hear from you. Looking forward to it. Have a good day.